Alrighty, what's up, metalheads? Peter Joseph here for another video right here on the Metal God 669 channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet, like I said before. And don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, well, you missed it. And pretty much it. And leave a comment on the video if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, you're going to get blocked. And that's simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah, my hair's a little bit messed up, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Just came out of the shower about a little while ago, so. Comb did not comb perfectly, but what are you going to do? I still look better than you, but I digress. Anyway, hope everybody had a great Tuesday on this Tuesday afternoon, May the 14th, 2024. About just hit the midpoint of May. We're 2 weeks away from the unofficial start of summer. Can't wait for that. Memorial Day weekend. Gonna be hopefully hot. Well, not too hot here in the Northeast, or wherever you may be. But hopefully it is nice and sunny. You go out to do your barbecues and you celebrate America. And go to the beach, do whatever you gotta do. And that's pretty much it. Alright, got a lot of things going on today. Got this video to do, and I'm gonna be doing some wrestling on my main channel, Killer Demon 669, so check that out. So hit that bell on that channel, so when that video goes up in a little bit, you'll see it. And that's pretty much it. But once again, thank you for watching right here on the Metal God channel. And once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of whatever I feel like talking about. Music, music, movies, sports, wrestling, whatever I feel like talking about. And like I said, if you like it, great. If you don't, you know where to go. You get off, get out of here, go on a different channel. And that's it. You don't like it, get out. Simple as that. And if you're a newcomer here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Grab a cold one, whatever you got. And sit back, relax, and enjoy. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this particular video on the Metal God channel, we're going to talk about some heavy freaking metal for once, as we kind of pivot away from some other things. The last couple of videos I did put up were some videos that I did and took at a little showcase in my area. So, I did sing Iron Maiden's great hit song, Wasted Years. You don't see me because I'm, running the board and everything. Because I was doing audio and video, but my girlfriend Rosa was doing a little bit of the video. And I know that there's a little bloop in the video. The camera kind of slipped a little bit off my my tripod. So, but still kicked ass. And then I put up a cover of Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, and then I did one for the Cranberries version of Zombie, beautiful version, and that's pretty much it. So I had more, but the sound didn't come through. I don't know why. Maybe I think I had the volume on my phone, on my phones plural was a little bit bad. I don't know, maybe shut off of the phone. I don't know what happened with it, but all in all, those 3 videos are up on this channel. So go back a couple of videos to watch that. And I did a couple of death videos for O.J. Simpson and the lead singer of Firehouse, who passed away a couple weeks ago. And we got that. But this is another music-related video, and it's gonna be 2 parts. It is 2 parts, but it pertains to the same band. So let's get into that and not stop wasting any more of your precious time. There is some good news and some sad news in the world of music and in the world of the mighty, one of my favorite bands of all time, In This Moment. So I'm going to get to the bad news first, because I want to get the good news out last, but so I don't want to end on a sad note. I want to end on a good note. So, the sad news today, well, we lost a member of the In This Moment family, and she fought so hard with her condition for so long, for at least 7 months. And it is Michelle from Travis Johnson's wife. Travis Johnson is the bass player for the mighty In This Moment, along with guitarist Chris Howarth and Randy Whitesell, and the man behind the drum kit, the mighty Kent Dimmel. By the way, happy birthday, dude! I think it was yesterday or today, but anyway. And the beautiful Maria Brink, the goddess of metal, the mother of mayhem. So many names I can't even. I'll have 60 minutes to do this video. Long time, because she has a lot of monikers. But really, the main ones are the mother of mayhem, and as I call her, the goddess of metal. But but that is In This Moment. They had other members like Blake Bunzel, Kyle Concio, and Jeff Fab, Josh Newell, who was in the early versions of In This Moment. Before, pretty much before Jesse Landry came around. He was another member of the band in the early years when it first came out. But Travis took over pretty much during the third album called A Star-Crossed Wasteland. Kyle was on the record. He was doing I think he was on the record. And they did some touring. Did a little bit of touring, and then near the end of that tour, Travis came around, and he's pretty much been the bass player for the band ever since then. For the last 4 albums, basically: Blood, Black Widow, Ritual, Mother, and God Mode. So that's 5 albums. Excuse me. So we have that, but in between all that, with the pandemic era, and some of the band members didn't play on the tours, like Chris didn't play on the tour, on a couple of tours because of the pandemic and everything. I think it was Randy and Ken, I believe, had to step off the tour, because of the whole COVID thing. I don't remember if they got COVID or not, but so there's been some shows where they had to take other members of the bands that they were touring with to fill in for them on this particular tour. Right now, they have a friend that's filling in for Travis, because Travis has been home taking care of Michelle, his wife, who has been dealing with cancer, and like I said, she fought cancer for so long. The doctor said she had maybe 2 weeks to live, and she fought it for 7 months. And I had the sad news today to report that Michelle Johnson has passed away. Travis Johnson's wife, and he put up on Instagram pictures of her. I was hoping that we would get some good news. Maybe the cancer would be in remission. But sadly, they moved out of Vegas until I think they went back to Pennsylvania or something like that. But a sad day for Travis Johnson and the In This Moment family, losing a member of the family. And Michelle was loved by the fans. All the fans were there for her. I was even there. Not there, but I was there, wishing Travis and Michelle well, and hopefully we would hear Michelle. We would see Michelle at some of the shows, not that I was at, but, we would hear some stories on their Instagram pages and stuff like that about about Michelle, and she was a great soul, and just another one bites the dust to this godforsaken disease that really needs a cure, and that's cancer. Fucking cancer, that one. I'm sorry to curse, but I know some of the people from In This Moment watch my stuff, but it is what it is. But just a sad day, and I never met Michelle. I wish I did. I have met Travis, obviously, many times, especially on that little video I was in 2014, I believe, the Black Widow tour. So it was around 2014. You know it, you love it. The closer live video from their release party at Webster Hall in New York City. I was there and I was on stage, and I always thank the band for making my dream, my dream to come true, which was to get on stage with them. And I didn't even think I was gonna get up on stage that night. I didn't plead. I was like, please, Maria's coming out. Like, and she somehow sees me, picks me out of the crowd. I thought she was picking. There was like 4 girls around me, because I'm lucky. No, I'm kidding. And just picked me, and I get up on stage, my stupid freaking jacket, because I didn't want to lose my spot in the front row by the barricade. I didn't want to go to coat check and then miss my spot. God forbid I did that. I wouldn't have been on stage, and I would have been proclaiming 2 million hits and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that stuff, but, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be, praising the band as much as I do. But I thank the band so much for making that moment happen, probably one of the greatest moments in my life, besides graduating high school and college, of course, and meeting the missus, of course, my woman. That was, I met her 16 years ago. And I got her into listening to In This Moment, took her to a couple concerts. She even met Maria at one concert during the Dream Tour. The many Dream Tours, I should say, a couple Dream Tours. And she's been there. Me and my girl Rosa have been big fans of In This Moment. Even Rosa got her daughter to listen to some of the songs from In This Moment. She likes Sex Metal Barbie, Big Bad Wolf. Not so much the older stuff and even the newer stuff. They got that. And, my girlfriend, she has her theories about the way that Maria dresses. And I personally don't give a what. The band's evolving, and I love it. If I've never said any bad things about the band, and I love In This Moment they're watching. I love you guys religiously. I loved you since 2005, when I first found out about you on remember MySpace? MySpace was the place where you get random friend requests from bands you don't even know. I'm not lying about that. That's how I met my good friends, Louis and Francesco from December's Fall, through MySpace. I met From a Lacerated Sky, which is they got their name from Slayer. Slayer! I didn't meet them personally, but I friended them on MySpace. And then a good old band you know and love, In This Moment, sends me a friend request. I'm like, okay, who's In This Moment? Go to their page, and then the first song I heard was Daddy's Fallen Angel, and I'm hearing this banshee freaking scream her ass off. I'm like, what is this? And I fell in love. And I had to do some backstory, some research. Found out Maria Brink is singing and everything. It's like, I gotta go see these guys. And they didn't even have a record deal yet when I met them. And then when I first saw them at BB King's in their early years, and then I started playing their music on their first album, Beautiful Tragedy, when it first came out. I was one of the first people in New York on college radio to play Prayers, pretty much the entire album almost. Played it almost every week. I would play either Prayers, Beautiful Tragedy, Daddy's Fallen Angel, Next Life, Ashes, Circles, pretty much the entire album, basically. It was great, and then I saw them on Ozfest 2000. It was 2007. It was I think it was Ozfest 2007. I met them for the first time at their little meet and greet tent. I really wish I had the picture. I have it. I don't know where the hell it is in my monstrosity of a house, but I have it. Trust me, I have it. I just cannot find it. I will find it somehow, some way. Probably by the time I'm dead. But I met them and met the band, and pretty much from there, I've been a fan ever since. I got all the albums, went to as many of the tours that they came around in the New York City / Jersey area. I would go to the PNC Bank Art Center when they did Uproar. They did the Rockstar Energy Fest. I went to Mayhem, and then when they did Return of the Dreads with Korn and Rob Zombie, I was there in Jersey. They did the All Stars tour, which almost broke up the band. That would have been bad. I went to that concert, and it was a rough time. A lot of bands, and one of them was Motionless in White, who I only came to see them and In This Moment, but some of the other bands I didn't get to see because I left right after In This Moment got off stage, and then I went back to where I live now. Blah 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 blah. But at that concert, I also met Maria off stage, and we were talking about. This is during the Soul Coast Wasteland tour, and I talked to Maria off stage. She gave me a hug, and I was wearing one of her we used to have a little group on her Maria Brinks Wonderland forum, which is now extinct now, which sucks. Most of the fans became Maria Brink Wonderlanders, and we had one of the members of the fan group, made us some patches. I put them on one of my shirts that the same person made of the Soldiers of the Wasteland, and I don't have the shirt wearing it now, but I have a shirt with Captain Gilmore, and then my girlfriend Rosa has Private Rosa, so I showed Maria the patch, and she said thank you for being a Wonderlander, stuff like that. We took the picture, which I have on my Facebook pages and stuff like that, and it was a great time. And I even defended Maria when all these idiotic morons were, and this was during the Dream, and you see it too on I think it's on the first part of the behind the scenes making of the Dream. It's on YouTube. I think it's part 1 or part 2, where Maria holds up Twinkle, her dog, and basically saying, for anybody that said nasty things about me and my dog Twinkle, we have three words for you, and that's how I use my outro. Fuck you, man. That's where my outro comes from. But amidst that, I was one of the people that defended Maria from all these trolls that were hounding her about her and her dog and everything long time ago. And Maria actually hit me up on Facebook, and Chris too. And Chris Howard said, "Thank you for believing in us, and thank you for defending us and stuff like that." Blah 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 blah. Me and the band had a rough moment, a couple rough moments, but we got through that. I'm not gonna discuss that because it doesn't need to be discussed. It's private shit. So, blah blah blah. But all in all, I loved In This Moment, and I probably will until they don't want to do it anymore, or the band breaks up. Hopefully, we don't get any of that because they've been around for pretty much 19 years right now. That's a long time, and coming up in about 7 years, they'll actually be on the ballot for the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame. I mean, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because it'll be 25 years since their first album, Beautiful Tragedy, came out in 2006. Early 2007. So 2031, 32, they'll be on the ballot. Now, if they get inducted, then that's another thing. But I hope they do, but... Because this is the time around the new age of metal, or new metal, I don't know what they're classified as. People say new metal, hard metal. I mean, there's so many different genres of metal that you can throw in this moment in, you know. Then during Black Widow, they kind of went the electronic route. And a lot of people didn't like Black Widow. I mean, it's a great album. It has 3 great songs: Sick Like Me, Big Bad Wolf, Sex Metal Barbie, Bones, Natural Born Sinner, which wasn't released as singles, but that was that. But it was still a decent album. I'm not saying great album, but it has 3 gold singles. I'll get to those in a minute. And then Ritual came out in 2017, and I thought it was a step up from Black Widow because actually it was a step down because it was like a stripped down thing, less guitars, which was okay, but, you know, some good songs on that album. Oh Lord, Roots, one of my favorite songs on the album. Then he had two cover songs, and they're the gods of covers. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, and Black Wedding, which is not a cover per se, but it was written by that guy named Billy Idol and Maria, and featuring the mighty great metal god himself, Rob Halford. That came out in 2008. The single came out in 2018, and that was that. And then in 2020, a couple years ago, Mother came out and did okay on the charts. A couple good songs. The In Between and As Above, So Below were hit songs. In Between was nominated for a Grammy, did not win it, sadly, because it was in heavy competition with, I think, Metallica and the Foo Fighters. What are you gonna do there? And then last year they came out. It took a while for them to come out with new music, and they came out with Blood 1983, which is an EP. They went on tour for that. It was pretty good. And one of the singles was I Would Die For You, which is their first single for a movie, which was John Wick Chapter 4. That was amazing hearing that at the end of the movie. That was good. And then they came out with their last record, God Mode, in October, right before Halloween. And the first single, The Purge, just blew everybody's mind because it was heavy, which we all love, and the video surpassed like 3 million hits. Around 2.5, 3 million hits. I mean, in like a week, it was like over 2 million. It was crazy how good it was. And that was that. Then they came out with the other singles on the album: God Mode, Sacrifice Me, Army of Me, which is a cover of Bjork. And they've been pretty much on tour now, doing different festivals. They've been doing the Half God, Half Devil tour again with different bands like New Year's Day, Motionless in White, Avatar. They're on tour now. They're about to do the Sonic Temple Festival soon. But all in all, they kick a lot of ass. And to prove it even more how great they are, they have 7 gold singles. 7 in their 19-year career. 7 gold singles and 1 platinum single. That is for the song Horror off the album Blood. But also on that album, they have Adrenalize and the title track Blood have been certified gold. And on Black Widow, Sex Metal Barbie, Big Bad Wolf, and Sick Like Me have been all certified gold. And the news that came out, I think it was a day or two ago, that on the album Ritual. 2 songs off the album are now certified gold, and not all the singles. They're the singles Black Wedding featuring Rob Halford, so he gets credit for that too, and Roots. Not Bloody Roots, but Roots. So, for those of you people who think In This Moment sucks, they don't suck. They sell out every single show. They kick ass. They've been through a lot with the band members during the around the time that Blood came out, when Jeff Fab and Blake Bunzel left the band to do other things, and Maria and Chris basically made the album, and then they at the time they got Randy Weitzel who did Shiprocked. And also Tom Hain, who replaced Jeff Fab on drums. Travis came into the band fully. And that's it. And then after the Black Widow album, Tom left. I don't know why. I think he had other commitments to do. And then Ken Dimmel came in to replace him, and he's been in the band for the last three albums. So there you go. So that is the history of In This Moment right now. So that is the good news for In This Moment. 2 new gold singles for Roots and Black Wedding. And that's pretty much it. So I'd like to congratulate my good friends in This Moment for 2 more gold records. And all you have to get is that #1 album. They haven't hit, the albums haven't hit #1, but they do have a a couple of #1s, in sales. Sick Like Me, which came out in 2014, went to #1 in U.S. sales, and then, went to #2 on the U.S. Hard Rock Digital chart. I think that's a digital chart. And then Blood went to #5 on the U.S. Hard Rock Digital tracks. Then their last #1 hit, #1 was on the digital charts for the In Between. Their last charting thing was last year, where The Purge went to #13 on the U.S. Digital Hard Rock chart. And then the single on the U.S. main rock chart went to #24, and that's where it peaked. And that's pretty much it. So as the albums, they haven't really hit #1 yet, except for on the A Soul Coast Wasteland peaked at #1 on the U.S. Indie chart, #4 on the U.S. Hard Rock list. And then Blood went to #1 on the U.S. Hard Rock list, #5 on the U.S. Indie and U.S. Rock list. #15 in Canada, and #15 in the U.S., which is their second highest album debut. But Black Widow went to #8. So they've been in the top 20. But not close to top #1 yet. But they will. They'll get there. I have a feeling they'll get there with their 9th album, which will come out probably in like 2 years. I don't know when it's coming out, but I think they're going to finish this tour through this year. And then I think maybe next year they might start writing their 9th masterpiece. Because every album's been pretty much a masterpiece. But it is what it is. The Dream peaked at #73. #12 on the U.S. Hard Rock chart. Actually got up to 33. I guess we forgot that. So I think the RIAA, the Record Industry Artists of America, forgot about that when they debuted at #33 for The Dream. A Soul Coast Wasteland peaked at #40. Ritual peaked at #23. top 30 hit in Canada, because Canada, it's Canada. And then the UK, really not great in the UK. 187 for Blood, 81 for Black Widow, 95 for Ritual, 96 for Mother. So it's done pretty well here in North America. Black Widow went to number 16 in Canada. Not so much in Australia. Yeah, I would say the top 100 in Australia. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, Black Widow at number 8, Ritual at 23, and Mother peaked at 34. Nothing right now for God Mode. And U.S. sales for Black Widow were 120,000. And Blood is certified gold, the entire album. That's the only gold album they have. But they have gold singles. They have 7 gold singles and 1 platinum album for the song Horror. That's that. Ritual sold 40,000 in the U.S. And Mother sold 30,000. I think that's a little bit of a misprint, but I could be wrong. And God Mode, we don't have those. I don't have the numbers just yet. But also they have a live album, Blood at the Orpheum, which came out in 2014, which was a deluxe edition of Blood. For those of you who don't have that. So that they have a compilation album, a greatest hits album called Rise of the Blood Legion Greatest Hits Chapter 1, which came out in 2015, which went to number 6 on the US Hard Rock chart. And then, like I said, Blood 1983 was their last EP, not full album, October 21st, 2022, off their new label BMG. And oh yeah, they did work for my former record company, Roadrunner, in 2007, from 2017 up until, I believe, 2021, early 2022. And now they're on BMG, so they got that. But yeah, I'm hoping they make another greatest hits album or a live album. They've been talking about another live album. I haven't really heard much about the Chapter 2 greatest hits album, because I think the first one ended around with the Blood album. So I would think if they do make a second greatest hits album, it will be from Black Widow up to probably now with God Mode. And then maybe some extra stuff here and there. We'll see. Maybe some live stuff. Or behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. I never know with the great and powerful in this moment. But I just wanted to come on here. And I went a little bit long, but it's okay. Just to talk about the band that pretty much saved my goddamn life back in 2005, 2006, when I was going through a dark time. I was suffering from anxiety and depression, which I still am. I've been fighting it for years. And I'm 47 years old now. I've been fighting it for 30 years. And one of the bands that really saved me was In This Moment. And I told the band many times that they saved me from basically wanting to kill myself and commit suicide and not be around anymore. Along with other bands like New Year's Day, Motionless in White, Disturbed. I mentioned it to David Draymond about that. I mentioned it to Wrestlers, which is not particularly part of the topic, but wrestling and music has pretty much saved my life from me. I'll use the troll term, unalive myself. But without music and good people in my life that told me don't do it, suicide's not the answer. I'm still living here today, breathing, and talking to you great people out there in YouTube land or wherever you see this video. But really, without In This Moment, without Maria and the boys, and the fans too, because I do talk to some of the fans as well. They're on my Facebook page, my Instagram page. I think some are on my Twitter as well. But without the fans, without In This Moment, without other bands, I would not be here right now. So, I have to thank all those bands for bringing their great music and their great lyrics. And Maria has some great lyrics, along with Ash Costello, my sweetheart, and David Draymond, another great frontman. And even Chris Motionless as well. So, great people that are in my life, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Without those bands, I would be dead right now. And without a good support system and a great fan base with those bands I mentioned, then, who love each other, they fight here and there, but we're all here for heavy metal. And that's all it is. That's all it is. But, if you don't like In This Moment, that's your own opinion. You can listen to Bieber, you can listen to whatever the hell you want. If it doesn't have to be In This Moment, you can listen to Motley Crue. Or I like Motley Crue. You can listen to Nickelback, Creed. I love Nickelback and Creed. I don't care what people say about, you're gay if you listen to that. And I'm like, I don't care. It's music, and we don't have to be gay to listen to that. I'm not gay myself, but but to each their own. I like Creed. I've always loved Creed. I like Nickelback. I love Nickelback. Hell, I even like Lady Gaga and Justin Timberlake. I like some pop music. When they kind of collaborate with certain bands, like, Taylor Swift collaborated with Def Leppard. I was a little skeptical of it, but came out and kicked ass. Not the album. It was a TV concert. And they had that. And they had Chris Daughtry did Separate Ways with Lizzie Hale. You have these collaborations with different bands that could work. Some don't work. We had that. If Maria can do Black Wedding with Rob Halford, hey, it got gold. That's a plus. She did a song, Hunting Ground, with her boyfriend Joe Catella from Dead, D-E-D, not D-E-A-D, D-E-D. Kick some ass too. I like the song. And if they're happy together, I'm happy. But it is what it is. Ash Costello has done some collaborations. She just did one with Lacuna Coil. They're on tour with them now. That's a great tour with two hot singers, Christina Scabbia, who lives in New York, by the way. Just want to point that out. And, a hot piece of ash, as Chris Mostrip would say about Ash Costello. Even though I called her Wash by accident. But she forgave me for that. It's like, no, can I call you Ash Costello now? Yeah, okay. I don't think she'll ever let that go. Next time I meet her, whenever that might be. But still, In This Moment will always be one of my favorite bands of all time. I love Ozzy, that. But I love Ozzy. I love Metallica, Megadeth. I didn't like Iron Maiden at first because the whole thing with Sharon at Ozfest and the fans throwing eggs at Bruce Dickinson and the band. I was like, yeah, screw Iron Maiden. But I didn't want to be like, oh, I hate Iron Maiden. I'm gonna hate Iron Maiden for the rest of my life. It's all about the music, not about bullshit on the side. Alright, so I started getting back into Iron Maiden, the classic hits, Run to the Hills, and The Trooper, and I'm starting to get into some of the other stuff. I do have their last album, Senjutsu, their album where Eddie is like a ninja, or a samurai, you want to call it. I've been getting into some of their older songs, like Wasted Years is probably one of my favorite songs on their album, next to Stranger in a Strange Land. Fear of the Dark, Hallowed Be Thy Name, which got covered by Cradle of Filth. And Fear of the Dark, I think, was covered by who, I forget. But, I have nothing bad to say about Bruce Dickinson. He's a great frontman. The band is great. I'll probably never see him on tour, as long as there's still a band and still touring. But I did go to Nico's rib place down in Florida a couple years ago. Loved it. I loved the place. Took some pictures on my Facebook page. Did not meet Nico there that day. That would have been great, but what are you gonna do? I went there for the experience, and it was a great experience. They have good ribs there, and good beer. Well, their version of beer. But good beer, good food, I should say. Good food, good experience, and then that's it. Not that many places around that's like a rock and roll, heavy metal type restaurant besides the Hard Rock Cafe, which is still around. You have to go to the casino for that. The Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, mainly. Because there used to be one in, I think it's still there, the Hard Rock in New York, the restaurant. I think it's still there in Times Square, which used to be WWE New York. And now it's the Hard Rock. I haven't been there in ages. When maybe soon, maybe this summer I might go back there. Maybe this summer, maybe next year, I'll go down to the Hard Rock restaurant. Buy me a nice rock burger with extra rock sauce. No, I'm thinking that's WWE. Sorry, I'll buy a nice burger, some fries. Listen to some good bombastic rock and roll. And I'll always go to karaoke things, singing my heart out with whatever band I feel like singing at the time. We're gonna play some more Iron Maiden tunes. Then next thing you know, we're playing an Allman Brothers song. We'll break out Anvil or something like that, the band Anvil. But, I'm joking. I'm joking around. But anyway, that's all I have to say for my video. I just wanted to come out and speak about the mighty In This Moment with 2 new gold singles for Roots and the song Black Wedding. And that's pretty much it. If you're an In This Moment fan watching this on YouTube, leave me your thoughts and opinions down below with your memories of In This Moment, what you guys think of the 2 new gold singles for Roots and Black Wedding, and anything else about In This Moment you want to talk about. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go on my wrestling channels, and I'm going to do my Monday Night Raw review on my main channel, Killer Demon 669. So hit that bell. So if you like wrestling, hit the bell on that channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And when that video will go up, you'll be hopefully notified. And that's pretty much it. And then maybe later tonight I'll do my NXT review, which NXT is coming up in about 2 hours, with another great show. Well, we'll talk about that later. But for now, thanks for watching, everybody. Praise be to In This Moment. My condolences once again go out to my good buddy Travis, who sadly lost the love of his life, Michelle. And our prayers are with you, Travis, all the fans, and all the other bands. We're with you. We're sending you a healing light to you. And I know you're off the tour right now, and hopefully you'll be back banging that electric twanger, which means the bass without the twanger. But you'll be back on tour, kicking some ass on stage, and hopefully meeting some of us great fans, because we miss you, especially me. But that's it, man. Take as much time off as you need, and hopefully soon you come back on tour to kick some ass. And we already know the rest of the band will do what they do best, and that's kick ass and make your ears bleed. And then your eyeballs will be popping out of your head. Or something like that. But in any case, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out, rock on, and rock hard, like Mr. Lemmy would say, with your cooch. And if you're not down with all of that, just like Maria Brink said way back when, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go listen to some In This Moment right now, while I'm watching some wrestling. So, I'm going to go do that right now. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, rock on and peace.